Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Today we would like to present about soft drink dispenser educated by Dr. Badruddin bin Muhammad, prepared by me and my friends, which is TUAN ATIKAH and ANUKTRA PRAPHATSORN. For introduction, the problem statement of this mini project is students required to design mini project based on their own idea, using any suitable ARM-Cortex M0 based development board. In the project, students must attach at least 3 input device and 3 output device. It can be either push button or limit switch, sensor or keypad as an input. And for the output, which is LED, LCD, 7 segment, buzzer, motor and etc. Based on project design, students are required to explain the working principle of the system. Finally, a report prepared and submit to the lecturer during the study week. And students decide to use STM32F103, and here is the schematic diagram. We have 14 parts on STM32F103, which is power, ground, physical pin, pin, control, analog, timer and channel, UZ, SP1, I2C, CAN bus, USB, MISC, and board hardware.
Thank you to Safiy. Okay, this is flowchart for our system. First, this is start, and it will define the RS, EN pin, which pin for LCD, and it will declare void LCD command, LCD data, delay MS, and it will also declare variable, string type, timer button, and on. And next, it will enable the APB2 peripheral, clock, also configure the GPIO port bit. Next, it will declare the string to display in array, initialize LCD, and display string in LCD, and white LED will light up. Next, it will declare the variable to respective port bit, and it will start to check the condition for string type variable. This condition indicate the first wish, and if the first wish is closed, the LCD will light up, and if not, it will proceed with the next condition. And this condition represent the second switch, third, fourth, and fifth switch, and it will respond according to the condition, which is there is no switch on, and all LED will be off, and the system will continue to check the condition of timer button variable, and if the timer button variable did not meet the requirement, it will return back to the port to check the string types variable. And if the timer button is fulfill the requirement, it will check the string type again, and if string types variable fulfill the requirement, it will return to the loop to check the timer button variable, and if not, it will check the string type variable again. And it will make sure that only if the string types variable fulfill the requirement, it will return to the loop to check the timer button variable, and if not, it will check the string type variable again. And it will make sure that only if the switches, this is switch 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, only if the switches one of the switches is on, the BCD7 segment will display the countdown of time 5 seconds till 0 seconds. And after displaying countdown of time, the system will wait again for the instruction from string type variable and timer button. Thank you.
This is our program for soft drink dispenser. First, we declare the STM32F103 microcontroller, and we define the RS and EN pin. We set the void for LCD command, LCD data, and delay MS. For INT is to declare the usage of drink type, timer button, and on. ACCAPB2ENR is to enable the clock for GPIOA and GPIOB, and others one which is for GPIOA and GPIOB is for input and output. SAA and SAB is the string that we define for LCD, and this is the LCD command list. And for loop INT I equal to 0 and so on is to display the sentence at LCD. LCD commas 0 multiply C0 is after we display the first sentence, which is pick your, it will display the second sentence which is soft drink at the second line position 1. And next is the for while loop on equal to GPIOB ODR 0 multiply 0 to 00 is to declare the usage of on LCD, to declare the usage of on for LED. And this is the if condition loop. And next is the timer countdown. If the drink type at the 0 multiply 00F8 condition, the timer will not display anything. And if the drink type at the 0 multiply 00F0, 0 multiply 00E8 and so on condition, the timer will display and it will start countdown. And this is the void command LCD, void command LCD data, and void delay MS. This is our simulation in practice for soft drink dispenser. Okay, after we connect all the connections, we need to look for hex file and set the crystal frequency to 72M. For configure power rail, we need to connect the VDD and SSA to VCC and VDD. Now let's run the simulation. After power supply is given, white LED will light up to indicate that machine is ready to dispense the water, and LCD will display the sentence. Here is show that picks your soft drink. There are 5 types of soft drink that user can choose, which is Safiy, Fanta, HNE, Mountain Dew, and Pepsi. If the switch is closed, the LED will turn on. And LED will turn on. If the switch is more than one is closed, the LED will not turn on. LCD will not turn on because more than one switch is closed. Here is it means that user can choose one drink at one time. And after the user have chosen the soft drink, they need to press the button to indicate that the dispensing of the soft drink in 5 seconds. The dispensing is done if the 7 segments show the 0. Here the 7 segments show the 0, and if the more than one switch is closed, the button did not function and 7 segment did not display. And if there are no switch is closed, also same. And the button did not function and 7 segment did not display anything. If the switch is closed, it will function, and LED will turn off. It means that LED is the machine is dispensing the water. Here, and that's all for our simulation. Thank you. After power supply is given, what LED will light?
The discussion of this mini project is students need to be more careful in doing the connection in Proteus to avoid errors in the result of simulation. The parts that needed to be more careful are the connectors connecting components to the STM32F103, which is anode and cathode of LED, common anode or common cathode of output, and power rails of configuration. We have 3 stages in this machine, which is first, machine on. Second, users need to choose one type of beverage by pressing down the switch of the drinks. The LED of beverage chosen will light up. And lastly, several segment display to show the period of drinks dispensed. Last but not least, for this discussion is embedded C language programming, which is we need to understanding the syntax used for every component, GPIO clock enabling, and ports, bits. In conclusion, we had succeeded to fulfill the requirement of this mini project, which is to produce a system equipped with 3 input and 3 outputs. We have learned about coding using embedded C language programming to program our microcontroller, which is STM32F103 C6 through Keil microVision 5 software. Besides, we had a deeper understanding on the ARM microcontroller, which is ARM-Cortex M0 series. Here is a list of our reference. We have 8 types of reference that we search, but our reference is certificate. And first paper is Automatic Paper Vending Machine by Kamal Nathan, Ahmed, Amir and Keil. The second one is Design and Implementation of Vending Machine using Verilog HDL from Qureshi, Aziz, Raso, Ibrahim, Usman and Abbas. And in short, all our reference is about vending machine and how they design the vending machine, so we can implement to create coding and produce for this mini project. This mini project maybe will be circular assessment before final exam that we should finish. And we would like to say thank you so much, sir. We learned a lot, not only embedded, but you always share about industry and anything. Thank you so much, sir, because ODL is very hard, but you always help us. So selalu memudahkan urusan kami. Semoga semua urusan sir pun dipermudahkan. Saya ada bagi quiz bonus and macam-macam lagi. Thank you so much, sir. Semoga kebaikan yang sir bagi akan berbalik kepada sir semula.